and this is my process video. Oh god, that's not a good start. So we start off with my concept. Out of this curation of images, I chose to focus on the watch face, the building windows, and the wasp. So I began by warping the images on Photoshop and just seeing what shapes I could create out of them. I then proceeded to again distort, superimpose, and etc., trying to pick out shapes that I liked or could use. Again, using some of the shapes from my distorted watch face, I began to try and use them and create some sort of a garment shape, as you can see from the odd shirt there. And then during my project, I wanted to touch upon mental health and things around that nature and just how people can feel, especially being through the pandemic that we have just recently come out of, hopefully. So this is just a small page talking about that. And again, just some general research images, just so you know where the the meaning I wanted to get across. So straight jackets, mistreating of mentally ill people, etc. Just diving a bit deeper into that here. And again, going back to my city windows. Here's just some general sampling ideas that I had. Zips, fixings. I chose to use a oh god, it slipped my mind. A calico fabric as my main fabric. Of course, the project was based around white, and I really liked the structure that the calico held. I used quite a heavy weight calico. But again, that was just some ideas. I don't believe that's even calico. And then again, just some general information about the wasp before we dive into the design aspect of the project. So here we can see how I superimposed firstly I got a zoomed in picture of the wing of a wasp, and then superimposed it, again trying to get some sort of shapes going, or pattern or something. And then I decided to digitally trace over it and trying to create shapes. And then I found myself creating a pattern which I quite like. Each to own. But yeah, so superimposing cotton print, etc., trying to generate some ideas. Here you can see that I've cut out a portion of the window that's superimposed onto a picture. Again, trying to create some general shapes to form some ideas, create something a bit unique. And yeah, here you can see from the window lines, if you see them here, and you could see them back up top here, I gained the idea to do straps, and that's where the whole thing came together again with the straight jacket here. So yeah, and just really trying to develop upon my ideas. Here again you can see some shape work. This derives from I can't find it, but if you rewind, you can see where this derived from. Again, this is based around the window silhouette, and yeah, some ideas are forming. Again, just some further development on the pieces up there. I think around about this point, I started trying to refine my ideas. Here you can see some initial ideas from the window from superimposing the window onto people. I thought of this idea of maybe having a straitjacket that wasn't really a straitjacket, almost similar to mental health, so that you feel confined, but you're free at the same time, if that makes sense. So here you can just see me trying to figure out how I would generate a pattern around and how I would sneak in a fake arm, so to speak. Here's just some detailing and some finishing ideas on collars, um, arm openings, etc., etc. Here's my technical drawing. So here you can see the false arms. These are the actual arms that you can put your arm in, and this is another idea generated by superimposing the windows. I saw this shape and I kind of liked it, so I decided to create an arm covering, so to speak. I also feel like it cleans up the whole design. Otherwise, it would be a bit weird if you completely saw two arms coming from one body. But hey, yeah, here are some of the ideas. Again, this is to do with feeling restrained, not restrained. Um, this is almost like a kangaroo pocket that you can put your arms in, and again, it kind of gives the general idea of a straitjacket. Again, here, trying to encompass the theme of being free, but trapped at the same time. Well, at least perceived as being trapped and restrained. And yeah, this is another idea I generated from superimposing images and warping them. Yeah. So here I began to sew the garment. Initially, I wasn't sure how to finish the zip, so I created a little square, sewed it in, and yeah. So here you can see me starting to shape. I really wanted to get some tight for the sleeve to be tight around the wrist. Again, keeping with that free/not free vibe. And yeah, I decided to go for an oversized collar to really exaggerate the neckline. Almost try and draw a little attention from this whole thing. Yeah, so this is just like a basic sleeveless shirt. I've put on the sleeve covering to see if the silhouette will actually fit how I drew it. Because again, I wasn't sure if the fabric was heavy enough to hold its form. And this is the final finishing. You can see how throughout the drawings I wanted one side to overlap. I did end up stuffing the arm just to get a bit more three-dimensional within my design, if that makes sense. Here to almost hide the straps, I done two buttonholes back to back, and connected them as I ripped the buttonholes open. I connected them, and then it nicely finished the straps on the collar. Here you can see I'm looking at some color palette ideas, and here's my final lineup illustrated with the final colour palette there. Thank you for your time, and I hope you have a good summer. Thank you.